I love the fact that people are now calling Coca-Cola Woca-Cola. Yeah. So appropriate. And by the way, Coca-Cola is a Georgia company. Why have they not moved out of the state?
Yeah. Why is
They're
that?
so up in arms over that restrictive, oppressive, Jim Crow on steroids voting bill. Why haven't they up and left the state? Or at least announced their plans to do so? It's interesting.
It is interesting. I would also ask why the Atlanta Braves still have a franchise in Major League Baseball.
That's also interesting.
They can move one game out but leave 81 there?
Huh.
That doesn't make any sense. And why, and I was learning about this on CNN, why are they headquartered in Atlanta? That's a very strange. Why would they do that? Why do they support voter suppression? Which, by the way, is violence. Voter suppression is violence.
Wow,
everything
that is so powerful, Stu. Thank you. You can't say that enough.
Thank you.
Can't
voter
say it
suppression is violence.
Still not enough.
All things are violence.
Okay, maybe that's enough now.
That's
maybe it is.
Perfect amount.
Yeah. The hysteria over the Georgia law. Maybe we should go through this. Town Hall fact-checked the New York Times fact-check.
Okay.
And it's pretty interesting. For a law that was Jim Crow on steroids, it certainly opened up a lot of voting opportunities to an awful lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And what the New York Times avoids completely and makes no mention of is that some of these changes were changes from just last year and last year only.
Yeah.
That they were doing because of the COVID-19 emergency.
Right.
That's why, for instance, they had a few mobile voting areas, mobile voting booths.
Right.
You know how many they had? Because they eliminated those. And it's just hampered voting opportunity like crazy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. These mobile units, they had 2. Yeah.
So
they had 2.
And we believe about 95% of people who voted at those 2 mobile facilities.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 95% of all Georgians voted.
Probably not even 0.95%.
Probably not.
It's unbelievable. And the truth of the Georgia law is some aspects are slightly more restrictive than the pandemic, right?
Yeah, than last year.
Right. Like, for example, they had voter drop boxes all over the place. And this year...
They had 90-some, and now they're down to 23.
Right. There's down to 23, and they've moved them into an area where they're not just unattended 24 hours a day. Now, I don't know. To me, that seems like a pretty rational proposal. Mm-hmm. It also, I would say, makes sense in the middle of a pandemic that you might try to figure out ways for people to more easily vote, especially when you don't know what the situation's going to look like 6 months in advance.
Right.
But it also makes sense that you take the good from that proposal and you modify it and make sure that it's sensible. Leaving drop boxes outside unattended 24 hours a day is not a sensible policy.
It does not make sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know any state that does that.
Right. It's just stupid, right? I mean, we all realize that that's a silly thing that brings up all sorts of risk. So you move them inside to a facility. It's not anyone who wants to vote can vote. Can we stop acting like people can't do this? This is not a freaking triathlon.
Right.
You got to fill out a freaking piece of paperwork and check a couple boxes. This is not all that difficult, and if you can't handle it, you're a moron and you shouldn't vote anyway.
Yeah,
it's not that difficult. I'm sorry. I'm not going to fake it and act like it's this impossible task.